YouTube! It's your boy back again. Yes, sir. I know you guys been feeling excited to see me again. Today, I have a really good story for you guys. It's, I think, in my opinion, one of the funnier ones. It's an experience that everyone has gone through, if not will go through at some point in their lives. This is the story on the time that I lost my virginity. With that being said, chat, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, let me know your crazy vCard stories, whatever the hell. I know people have some crazier ones than I do, so I think it'll be fun if we just see who's got the craziest one. Without further ado, please enjoy the video and thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Everybody in the chat, do y'all remember the time that you guys lost your vCard? Do y'all remember the time that you lost your vCard? Nathan, do you remember? Guys, do y'all remember? Have you guys lost your vCard? That's the more important question. Have you guys lost your vCard? Huh? You said I'm 14? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy because the story that I'm about to tell you guys takes place when I was 14 years old. Bro had said at 14. Yo, that's not normal. I mean, that's not okay. I know it's not normal, but like I know people that have it earlier than that. Like I feel like that's like a somewhat normal age. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's like a somewhat normal age, bro. Bro's 30 talking about his virginity to young boys. I was 14 and that was late as fuck. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's normal, bro. My boys was cracking hoes for like a year, and half the time I lost mine, I was like the last out of the friend group. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was late at 14, bro. I used to be having all my friends talking about they, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was late. They used to be talking about shit. I used to be feeling like I was not in the conversation type shit. Yeah, bro. Look, chat, that's normal, bro. That's normal. Chill on me. Don't do me, bro. Okay, let's get right into the story time, man. Fuck the stalling, bro. Let's get right into the story time, chat. Look. So like I said, this story takes place the summer after 8th grade, before going into 9th grade, when I was 14 years old, right? I was 14 years old, right? So, This summer, I had a friend who introduced me to another friend, and the person that he introduced me to, he ended up living close to my house. So we got pretty close this summer. We ended up getting pretty close this summer. I'm gonna go ahead and call this guy. I'm gonna call him L. I'm gonna call him L. So me and L ended up getting pretty close throughout this summer, right? John Pork. Okay, I'll call him John Pork. Me and John Pork ended up getting real close this summer. He lived like 10 minutes away from me, walking distance. So it was about a 10-minute walk to get to him. So we ended up getting real close, and John Pork ended up having a friend who was a year older than us, but he also lived nearby us. He actually lived closer to me than John Pork did. So John Pork introduced me to this friend, and we all ended up getting real close, right? We ended up hanging out a lot this summer. We ended up always going... I was always going to John Pork's house, and every once in a while we would go to his friend's house. Now one day when we went over to his friend's house, we were just chilling, we were hanging out. We used to just kind of just do whatever. We would go to the store, we would walk around like the woods, we would go to the park, whatever the fuck we could find to do. We just didn't want to be home. But one day we were at this guy's house, this kid's house. And while we were there, we were chilling. We were hanging out, just watching TV in the living room, bro. And out of nowhere, I see somebody comes in. Somebody comes in the house. It's his mom. But with the mom, it's his little sister, bro. His younger sister, bro. It's his younger sister, which is, she was my age. She was my age at the time because, like I said, he was a year older than us. So his younger sister ends up coming through. And as soon as I see his younger sister, bro, I recognize that I have her as a friend on Facebook. Like, I know we're friends on Facebook, right? Like, we never talked or nothing like that. This MF done F8. Okay, chill out, bro. I clearly just said I was 14 years old, and I just told you she was my age. So try again, bro. Try again. It's okay. It's a mental thing. I understand. But the beautiful thing about life is you can always pick the bat right back up and swing again, bro. So look, chat. Who has Facebook at 13? Bro, I had Facebook in the 4th grade. Do the math. How old are you in the 4th grade, chat? 9 years old? 9, 10, max? I had that shit in the 4th grade, bro. Chill on me. Y'all didn't grow up like we did, bro. Y'all wasn't 9 years old asking your mom to let you make a Facebook account so you could play Farmville, bro. Y'all wasn't there, bro. Chill out. Y'all wasn't there, bro. So anyway, I see his younger sister walk by, and I recognize that we're friends on Facebook. But like I said, we had never talked before. I just knew that we were friends on Facebook, right? So right away, I just said hello to her. I didn't say much, right? I was with my friend and the other guy at his house. So I wasn't finna try to mac on his sister right in front of him, right? So look, we end up hanging out, whatever, spending the rest of the day together. I go home, and mind you, right when I saw her and I realized it was her, right away I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit her line. Right away. She lives this close to my crib. Oh, best believe I'm in there. So I'm already planning to hit her line, right? So when I go home, that's what I do. I immediately get on Facebook. This was back when Messenger wasn't even an app. When the messages were still connected to the Facebook app and you didn't have to download a separate app to message people. Look, chat. So I went on the Facebook, right? And I went on the messages. I hit her line, right? I'm like, yo, what's good with you? You know what I'm saying? I started doing my thing. I started talking her up, you know what I'm saying? Spitting my game. Doing the shit that kids do, you know what I'm saying? Playing 21 questions and shit, you know what I'm saying? But hold on, chat. I wasn't one of the freaky kids that just told them, okay, you go first. Had them ask me a question and then, you know what I'm saying, right away, oh, okay, so are you a virgin? So have you ever fucked? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of them, Chad. Chill out. I wasn't one of them. I waited till they at least asked me 2 different questions, Chad. At least 2 different questions. Then that's when I would move on and make, you know what I'm saying, go in for the kill, Chad. So yeah, so I'm talking to her, spitting shit, you know what I'm saying, trying to mac her. And whole time, bro, she ended up adding me back in the first place. I assume because she maybe thought I was somewhat attractive to her, right? So that's why I was pretty confident when I hit her line. So quickly, I realized that she's going, right? I do realize that she's going, that she's going for the DeVeto. She's going for the DeVeto game. She's really going for this DeVeto Riz, you feel me? Like she really going for the DeVeto Riz, bro. So I say some shit to her. She say some shit back, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when I know she said something and I knew I had her. I knew I had her right then and there, bro. So look, chat. So right away, I tell her, right, like, what's good? Like, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? We do that talk. We get into that little conversation. And then she tells me, yo, I'm going to be home alone this weekend. Come over. It was like a Thursday. I think I had to wait like 2 or 3 days to go over her house because she told me to go over on a Saturday. She was like, I'm going to be home alone this weekend. You come over. Right away, bro. Right away, bro. I was like, let's go. I said, let's go, bro. I said, let's go. I'm geeked, bro. I'm literally bricked. I almost bust right then and there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, chat. So look, so she said, come over this weekend. We could do what we do, you know what I'm saying? So I try to play cool though, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet, say less. I think I should be able to go there, you feel me? I think I should be able to bust that, you know. Play it smooth. LMAO, this story wild. Yo, look. Yo, Zesty, look. Look, bro, just wait, bro. So look, chat. So she tells me I could come over. I tell her, bet, say less, let's do that, you know what I'm saying? So we plan for that. I plan to go over when she's home alone that weekend. So, fast forward, Saturday night comes. I'm ready to go over. We're talking all Saturday long. Saturday night comes. I'm ready, bro. I make my move, right? I start walking to her crib. Everything is all chill. I get to the house. Knock on the door. As expected, she was actually home alone. I'm like, bet, say less, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous, bro. I was kind of nervous when I realized she was actually home alone. I was kind of nervous because I was like, damn, this shit might actually happen, bro. Like, I was really getting nervous, bro. But like, I was there, you know what I'm saying? I was there, so it wasn't time to back down at this point. So, bro, I realized she was home alone. So we go in the living room, bro. She offers me something to drink. We turn the TV on. We're watching TV. You know, I'm trying to play smooth. I'm not trying to immediately jump into that. You know what I'm saying? So we're just chilling, watching TV for a little bit. I think we was watching, what the fuck was we watching? I think we was watching Catfish or some bullshit. Anyway. Bro. We were watching TV, bro. We're chilling for a little bit, watching the show. Then, out of nowhere, bro, I hear the fucking... Bro, I swear. We're watching TV, and this all I hear, bro. I hear somebody knocking at the front door, bro. And look, I'm scared, right? My balls dropped to my stomach. Because I didn't know if... I'm assuming that I snuck here, right? That I'm not supposed to be here. So I'm freaking out. And she tells me, just stay right there on the couch. And I'm thinking like, what the fuck? What is she? She's tripping, bro. She gonna get me in trouble, bro. But she tells me to stay there. So it's her house. So I'm like, I'm gonna just stay, right? Where the fuck else am I gonna go? I'm not gonna go hide in a bathroom or hide, you know what I'm saying? So I just stood there, bro. Whole time, it was her older brother. Not the guy that I knew. Like, she had an older brother on top of that. Like, this motherfucker was like damn near grown type shit. It was his ass, bro. His ass walked in the house, bro. And look, like how their house was, like the front door was right there. You walked in the hallway. There was some rooms to the left and to the right. The living room was right there. But there was no door. Like, it was just like an open like walkway. So, bro, he walking in the house talking to her. He looks right. Looks back at her, does a double take, gang. Does a double take when he sees my ass. I'm just like, what up, bro? Right, what the fuck am I supposed to say, bro? What the fuck am I supposed to say? I tell his ass, what up, bro? I'm there watching TV and shit. I got a little lemonade. I got a cup of lemonade. Say, what up, bro? Turn back to the Catfish. Whole time I'm fucking shitting myself. And bro, and he didn't say nothing to me. He was just like, what's good? And then he looked back at her and he said, who is that? And she told him, she was like, oh, that's just my friend. We're just hanging out. We're just watching TV, this and that. And he just looked back at me, just like gave me the meanest mug he could fucking think of, bro. Just gave me a mean ass mug. He tells her, bro, this is what he tells her, bro. He killed my shit, bro. Dario was good. He killed my shit. He tells her, bro. He tells her, I better not see y'all go in your room. You guys have to stay out in the living room if you guys want to keep hanging out. Right then and there, bro. I'm like, I thought it was over with, right? I thought it was over with, bro. I thought it was a whole fucking dead mission, bro. Some time passes by. He goes into his room. She comes back to the couch. We're still chilling, watching TV, just hanging out. Bro, it's starting to get late. So I look at her. I'm like, yo, I'ma just go. I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed. I'm pissed, right? But I'm not gonna tell her that. I'm not gonna tell her that. Cause I'm not gonna fucking, I'm just not gonna complain to her about that. So, but in my mind, I'm pissed, bro. So I just tell her, yo, I'm gonna get going. It's getting kind of late. My mom probably don't want me to be home that late, blah, 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 this and that. So she tells me, yo, this is what she said, bro. I'm not gonna lie. She gave me a second life, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is what she said to me, chat. She looked at me. She says, hey, I'm so sorry. If you want to come back over tonight, once everybody's asleep, we could still hang out. You know what I'm saying? And right when she said that, I'm thinking, I'm knowing right away, oh yeah, she's trying to get this D. She's trying to get this D, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, no girl would do that unless they really wanted to get this D, bro. So right then and there, I tell her, I'm like, huh? She says, yeah, you could come over tonight after everybody sleep. It should be good. But then I tell her, I'm like, how am I going to get in? I'm not going to walk in through the front door. So she tells me, bro, she's like, you could sneak in my backyard. Her room was in the back. And she had a window that like faced the backyard. So she says, you could sneak in the backyard. I could open the window for you and you could just come in. Right away, bro. I said, okay, bet. Say less. I'm on that, bro. I'm on that. So I leave right away, right? I leave right away because I'm trying to get this plan in motion ASAP. I leave right away, bro. I get home. I'm in contact with her. I'm just chilling, like talking to her, letting her know, like, yo, let me know, like, when is good for me to head back over, blah, 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 this and that. She hits me up. It's like 11 p.m. at this time, bro. It's late, right? So I got to sneak out of my house. Not only do I have to sneak in her house, I have to sneak out of my house, bro. So, but I'm not going to let this opportunity pass, bro. You got me fucked up if you think I'm going to let this opportunity pass, bro. So look, she hits me, bro. She's like, hey, you can come. No pun intended, right? No pun intended, right, chat? So look. She's like, hey, you can come. I'm like, bet, say less. I'm about to go. I head over there, bro. I'm ready, right? I got the condom with me and everything. I had one condom with me, right? Keep that in mind, chat. Keep that in mind. I had one condom, bro. So I'm going there. I'm ready, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this might have been the most like nerve-wracking walk of my life. Because it wasn't like earlier in the day where I didn't know what to expect. This was game time. This was the fourth quarter, bro. This was clutch time, crunch time, bro. Feel what I'm saying? Like I couldn't choke right now, bro. Like I knew what was supposed to go down at this point, bro. But I really didn't know if I had it in me, right? I really didn't. I was just hoping I did. Yo, but like it was a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Cause I would lie to y'all, bro, if I said that I wasn't excited. As I was walking there, bro, I'm just thinking like, yo, I'm trying to geek myself up, right? I'm trying to think of all the lessons I learned, everything that I've learned, everything that I could put into play. Yo, I'm thinking, should I put her in a helicopter? Feel what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm gonna carry her and just like walk her around the room. Feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to think what song I could play in the background, chat. I'm running it all through my head, right? I'm thinking, damn, should it be birthday sex? But it's not my birthday though. So damn, what should it be? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, chat? I'm trying to really make this a movie, chat. I'm trying to make this shit a movie, bro. I get there. I finally get there. I tell her, hey, I'm in your backyard. She hits me up. At this point, my heart is racing, bro. My heart is fucking racing. She hits me back. She's like, okay, bet. I'm gonna open the window for you. Chat. I'm in her backyard. I'm in her backyard like this and shit. Just like, you know what I'm saying, making sure nobody sees me and shit. I wait like 2 minutes, bro. She finally opens the window, bro. I see her. She tells me to come in, bro. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I could like picture this shit right now, bro. Bro, so I go in her room, right? We're chilling. We're chilling on her bed for a little bit. Just listening to music. After a while, I'm not gonna lie. She had to make the first move. I was too nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know I would never lie to y'all, chat. She had to make the first move, chat. She was like, yo, did you bring a condom? I said, you know what I'm saying, chat? Look. Gentlemen first, always. Gentlemen first, always, chat. Look, bro. Gentlemen first, always, bro. And I said, yes, I did. Feel me? I said, yes, I did. So, bro, she says, okay, put it on. At this point, I was trying so hard for my boss to not go up to my stomach, bro. She said, put it on. I'm like, fuck. I said, okay, bet. Chat, tell me why. Tell me, smarter than me. See, emo, but look, you live and you learn. You live and you learn, bro. Life is an experience, bro. Look, bro, so tell me why. Tell me why. She gets on the ground, right? She gets on the ground, on her carpet, bro. Straight doggy style, bro. Straight doggy, chat. Straight doggy, bro. So look, bro. Bet you were bricked. My boy, my shit was harder than a fucking concrete. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, you could probably build a house with my shit at that point. How brick my shit was. I ain't gonna lie, chat. So look, bro. Straight doggy, bro. Straight doggy. So she's straight doggy, right? Hold on. Let me sit back down, right? So she's straight doggy, right? On the carpet, on the floor. Mind you, chat. I don't know if you guys look, to the guys in here, you guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you're really turned on and you're really like HORNY and you're really anticipating what's about to happen, you bust quick. You feel me? You bust quick. Like if you do that and you don't even really want to do it, you're not even really thinking about it, you don't even really like the girl like that, you probably could last like 30-40 minutes, bro. It really is all just on how turned on you are, bro. So look, chat. Bust one before, then you good? Bro, yes, transit. Look, that's the method. But I didn't know. I didn't know about the method before then, bro. I didn't know about that method, bro. So she's on the floor, right? Doggy John. I look at that bitch. It's like I saw like a treasure on my life, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, ooh. Y'all know that Jimmy Butler? That Jimmy Butler meme with a gold sheet of paper? That was me when I saw that motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna lie, chat. Bro, she was down there, bro. I went straight down there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Straight doggy John. I started doing my shit, right, chat? Doing what I do. I was on my knees, obviously. Doing what I do, right? Chat, I'm telling you. 40 seconds in. Tops. 40 seconds in tops, chat. I feel something, chat. I said, oh no, I'm about to bust. So I feel something, bro. I feel this crazy sensation going up my legs and into my loins. I feel it, bro. I said, oh, I'm about to bust. Bro, but this is my first time. It can't end like this. There's no way it can end like this. So I try to brainstorm. What can I do? And remember, I only had one condom, bro. I only had one condom, bro. Look, chat, I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it, chat. Look. I'm about to bust, right? I'm about to bust. I take my hand. I hold her head down, chat. I hold her head down. I pull out. I said, oh, hold on. The condom's slipping off. I take it off. I bust on her carpet. Chat, look. Mind you, chat. I can't really do nothing, right? Because I can't make it seem like I just bust. I can't make it seem like I just bust. So I'm holding her head down. I'm holding her head down. I'm like, bust all over her carpet, chat. I'm not proud of it, chat. Bust all over her carpet, bro. I'm not proud of it, bro. I'm not proud of it. Hold her head down, bro. She's like, is everything okay? I was like, yeah. I'm just putting it back on. I put it back on. I didn't realize how post-nut clarity worked. And I didn't realize that after busting that it wouldn't be the same anymore. But at that point, I couldn't let her down, right? So, bro, I put that... No, she didn't see, bro. She didn't see. No napkins? No, I didn't have nothing, bro. I didn't have nothing. So, bro, I put that shit back on, bro. I'm not gonna lie, chat. After that, she fell in love with me. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I went for so long after that, chat. I went for so long, it got to the point where I didn't even bust a second time. Bro. We were going for like 15, 20 minutes, bro. And then we were just like, think we're done now. I'm not gonna lie though. Did she? I don't know. Fuck. I don't know and I don't care. Know what I'm saying? I got my shit off. You feel what I'm saying? Like we just kind of like both came to an agreement like, oh, we're done. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It actually went as smooth as it could have gone, bro. This is one of those stories that had a good ending, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It had a good ending, bro. I was able to sneak out and to get back home without anybody noticing that I ever left, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It was actually a successful mission, bro. And I couldn't believe it. And I was incredibly proud of myself for the way I finessed that. How did you clean it, bro? I didn't. The fuck? I didn't. I didn't, bro. She just had the nut on her carpet, bro. She had to clean that shit. Yeah, I'm assuming somebody did. Somebody had to. Not me though. Somebody had to. This shit gonna pop up on Shorty FYP.
I got bomb on something. I don't care, I'm not Obama. Take it loot like Fortnite long. I'm a island total drama.